I think if anything, it's gotten worse because the older you get, it's kind of like when you go into sixth form, the teachers lose their filter more, so you might have coaches cracking racial jokes, but because you find it a bit funny, you sort of overlook it, or other people find it a bit funny. Like, it's just sort of typical, especially around non-league football. They're just open to saying whatever a lot. I remember one time I was going up pre-season for a club, and the manager, he was giving us a talk at the end of the session, and there were flies flying around, and then like people were trying to swat them and get away, and he's like, "Oh, aren't you used to that?" So something like that. But because you think, like, do you know what I mean? No one really says anything like, "Oh, that's racist," or do you know what I mean? When I was younger, it was kind of moving to an area that's more predominantly white, just being the only black kid in the team, and I didn't think too much of it. I just thought the area where I'm from, there's not many black people, and that's how it was. But I would find myself on the bench against people that I know I was better than, or my dad thought I was better than, and I wouldn't really argue it, but my dad saw it as a thing. And we even had one issue one time where my brother got picked for the district team, and they put his name on the list, but because our surname isn't something that's typically like a black surname or an African surname, the guy was acting like he couldn't find it on the list. So he was like scrolling through and he's like, "No, it's not here, like you must have the wrong place." And my dad was like, "No, this is his name, check it." Checked it and it was him. So just little things like that where people sort of have expectations of what you're supposed to be like or how you're supposed to look, sound, all sorts of things that influences it.
It's not fair for someone to be dragged out because of the colour of their skin. So if I do see it, I take it on behalf of myself to talk to the gaffer, Martha, to actually report it to the FA because he's the one linked with him. But yeah, especially as if it's to offend not even my race but any other race, racism shouldn't be in football. So I think I do take it in responsibility to report it to the FA.
I feel like when people are racist to you, they have the intention of either actually offending you and trying to get something out of you, get a reaction out of you, or they don't know what they're saying. So either way, giving them a reaction is either going to give them what they want or, you know, it's not really doing anything beneficial. So when you don't react like in a way that's angry or aggressive, people kind of realize like, oh, I haven't achieved anything from doing this. But if people don't stamp it out from an early age, then you grow up with it and it's natural to you. It becomes a second nature, which isn't what you want. So educating people early on about racism and its effects and the negative impacts of it is something that should be done. It's not just one person that can do it. So everyone in all the different levels of the system needs to take the right action.